With the holiday season officially in full swing, many families, especially kids, they're counting down the days until winter break. And while time off from school can be blissful for the kiddos, it can create some challenges for parents, especially during all of the holiday chaos, right? Well, joining us this morning with some tips and tricks for parents, we have the founder and head chef for Campfire Culinary Wellness, Jamie Stein. Jamie, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I want to tell everyone a little bit about your background because I think it's really cool. Before we talk about the food here, you actually went to school, you got an undergrad degree, and then after that you're like, I kind of want to switch things up, and you went to culinary school, and now here you are. Can you share with us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I've always loved to cook. I grew up cooking, and I just didn't know that there was a career for me in it. So after college, I worked in marketing for a couple of years, and I learned about this culinary space where you didn't have to be in kitchens. I went to culinary school, graduated through some connections there. I learned about the meal prep space.
Yeah.
And then in June of 2021, I started my own company doing meal prep for families. So
it's fantastic. Okay, this is awesome. So kids going to be off from school for a while, and it's a lot more work on the parents, of course. They've got to make meals for the whole family because, you know, kids packing their lunches, that's one thing, but a lot more home-cooked meals is happening. You have kind of a way for us to do this, prep for the family, make things easier on the parents, and you brought a few options in for us. So run me through what you brought today.
Yes, so the first thing we're gonna start with is our butternut squash mac and cheese. So I have our prepared cheese sauce here, and in this there's butternut squash, cauliflower, and carrots. So it's a hidden veggie mac and cheese. You also get extra nutrients from those vegetables. And I just blended this sauce with some milk, a little bit of garlic powder, salt and pepper, and cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead.
Delicious.
Yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pour that into my cooked pasta.
Okay.
And when you're making a baked pasta, we're gonna bake this today.
Okay, cool.
You always wanna cook your pasta a little bit less than you would if you were eating it straight away because you don't want it to get mushy in the oven.
Okay, perfect. That's a good tip. I didn't know that. I'm also not a big cook, but I'm gonna learn some things today.
Yeah. So if you love a stovetop mac and cheese, you can just stop here, but I really like the baked kind of ooey gooeyness that you get, and I also really like the contrast in texture that you get from adding breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour that into our
My
container.
mom used to make something like this, and I love it. You get that little like crisp,
Yes.
a little, you know, browning on the top, a little crunch with whatever you top it with. Which I think you're about to
Exactly.
top it with something.
Yes, yes. As you can see, we have some breadcrumbs here. So in this mixture is panko breadcrumbs,
Okay.
cheddar cheese, salt and pepper, some butter for that extra
Beautiful.
golden brownness. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that on and spread it out with my fingers because that's the easiest way.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to use clean hands when you're cooking.
Just get
It's
in
the
there.
best
Those are the
method.
two. My sister has 5 kids, and she really brings them into cooking and baking.
Yes.
And then they learn all sorts of things through doing that process together too. So it's a really great thing to do with the kids.
Absolutely, and that's a great tip too for getting kids to try things is
Yeah.
if they work with the ingredients, they get really curious. So
Yeah.
this is a great recipe to make with kids. So now that we have our breadcrumb topping on there, we're gonna go ahead and stick this in the oven,
Okay.
350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes until
Okay.
it's nice and bubbly. The breadcrumbs are nice and golden brown.
Okay, beautiful.
And we'll come back to that in a minute.
And you brought 2 other of your recipes today
Yes.
to share with us. This one is festive for
Yes.
the holidays.
We have a festive recipe for the holidays because why not?
Yes,
you know,
I love it.
kids love that. So this is a high protein egg bite.
Okay.
So by high protein, we actually blended the eggs with cottage cheese.
Perfect.
And so that adds really nice creaminess. You get that high protein kick from it and also makes them really fluffy.
Okay.
We also blended some spinach in there for color and also added nutrients. And then I did just sun-dried tomatoes and feta. What I love about these is that they're hyper customizable. So for any preferences, whether it's kids, adults preferences, you can add really whatever you want. And they're great week to week because you can just change up what's in there and they taste completely different.
Jamie, I have to ask you, I used to try to prep with these, and my problem would be as the days go on, they get a little soggy. Do you have a hack for me?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Don't microwave them. You gotta use your oven.
Just back in the oven to reheat.
Back in the oven to
Okay.
reheat.
Takes a little longer.
Unfortunately, takes a little bit longer. If you do microwave them though, I do recommend wrapping a paper towel around them or a
Okay.
kitchen towel because that'll absorb some of the moisture.
I like it. All right, we've got some meatballs here.
Yes, so the next thing is our hidden veggie meatballs. So these are chicken meatballs today, but you can use any protein that you'd like. And then I have some grated carrots, zucchini in there.
Yum.
And then my other tip tip with these is that we actually include some pesto
Yum.
to
I
replace.
can smell it, y'all. It smells good in
It
here.
smells good. So I use that to replace garlic, Parmesan, and basil that you would normally put into meatballs. So that's another trick, and then you can use that pesto to top your meatballs after. And these are great because they're hyper freezer friendly as well.
Cool.
And you can pair them with pasta. You can do roasted vegetables, jarred marinara sauce.
Have one as
everything.
a snack even. I'm sure
Yes.
a little protein punch.
Toothpick food, yes, for sure.
I love that. Are these all relatively user-friendly if we're making these at home?
Very, yes. So all of these recipes take no longer than 15 to 20 minutes to prep, and then cooking time is really no longer than a half an hour.
Okay.
So very, very easy.
You mentioned freezing. I want you to grab the mac and cheese while we answer
Yes,
this one.
absolutely.
A lot of these can be frozen, which makes it really easy. Freeze it, pop it back in the oven to reheat. Like
Yes.
you just said, it'll taste better and not get weird and soggy. Okay, you brought this. I'll
Exactly.
let you serve this one up. It looks
Yes.
beautiful.
It's nice and golden brown, and this
Yes.
is really great for the family too, because what is better than bringing like a really hot casserole dish out of the oven during the holidays when it's like snowy? But yeah, and you can't even tell that there's hidden veggies in here either.
And that's a good trick for
Yeah.
the parents out there. I'm sure they're very grateful that you're doing that as well. I'll have you come right over here, Jamie. While I take a bite of this, how can we get in touch with you and get these recipes? Because these are all your recipes as well.
Yes, so please go to our website, campfireculinarywellness.com. You can find the recipes there and more information about our meal prep services as well.
It's delicious. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I
so
really
appreciate
appreciate it.
you.